Hello and good Monday morning to you. My name is Stephen Hart. Listen, I am so very grateful, Blaze Nation, for you guys getting up and joining me this morning. Please go ahead, hit the like button. If you're on LinkedIn, be sure that you are following me. And if you're watching on YouTube, I want to make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Listen, we love to kick things off on Mondays with a gratitude check-in. And one of my favorite reggae artists, her name is Coffee, and she says gratitude is a must. And so I am so very grateful for this past Friday's conversation with my dear friend Mignon Francois of the Cupcake Collection. There's so many gems packed into that conversation. If you happen to miss it, I want you to go back and check out that episode. Check out the conversation that Mignon and I shared, and tell someone else to listen in and consume that. Listen, I've listened, and if you've missed episode 163 of the podcast, that was my initial conversation with Mignon. Add that to your queue this week. It really highlighted her origin story. So you'll hear little bits and pieces of what she shared on Friday, but there's so much more packed into that episode. I know if you enjoyed Friday's live stream, you're going to love the conversation that was shared on that podcast. Now, my quote for today is inspired by that conversation with Mignon. There's a part in her message when she reminded us that the only thing we OWN is NOW. The only thing we own is now. And as I process some of what Mignon said, I wanted us to take hold of this time that we have right now. Now, next week, in the United States at least, it's the Thanksgiving holiday, which usually it signals the beginning of the holiday season. And listen, many of us are mentally beginning at this point, at least, to shut down, right? While I'm very much there with you, and ready to just call it in and move the things that need to get moved into 2022. I'm going to encourage you and I to do something different. I want you and I to do something this week, right now, today, before we get to 2022. Listen, for all of you joining in on this live stream right now, just want to say big ups. Want you to get a pad and a pen out, right? Here's what I want you to do. Here's what I want you to actually get clear on this week. Here are a couple questions for you that I want you to jot down. The first thing is, what's your big goal? What's your big goal or goals? No more than maybe 3 or 4. What is your big goal for 2022? If nothing else happened, what 1, 2, or 3 things would you want to accomplish in this coming year? I want you to write that down today, this week. I want you to get clear on that. When you get clear on that, I want you to also begin documenting the dates, your hopeful dates, your target dates that you are prepared to get that goal done by. They say a goal without a date is just a wish. So I want you, to write these down, begin assigning actionable next steps to get at these goals. What's needing to happen to make these happen? To make you take this dream to an idea, to a goal with a date, and to realize them. What needs to happen? Last couple of things I want you to begin giving thought to is what go wrong. We often just have our pie in the sky ideas, and we don't begin thinking of what missteps could go wrong, what could get in the way. When you start giving thought to this, I want you to begin thinking of how you would solve the problems and push through those obstacles. And very last thing, promise, last thing here is why. Give thought to your why. Why is this goal? Why are these goals so important to you that you're willing to push through all the hardships that are going to come in order for you to get them done? I want you to do that now. We're mid-November. I want you to get this done now. So here's my actionable. I want you to write down what we discussed. I want you to give the dates for when these goals are going to happen. I want you to write out the steps that are going to need to take place. Give thought to what could go wrong. If they do, what can you do to solve them? Keep it moving. Lastly, again, why is all of this so important to you? And so I want you and I to go into December. So I'm giving you 2 weeks to do this exercise because I want us to go into December with clarity of what we're going to do next year. I want us to spend December, the back end of December. I'm taking off the last 2 weeks of the year. And whether you are or not, I want you to allow yourself to relax. You need to rest. Why? Because you need the margins. Many of us have a cloudy brain at this point of the year. But I want you to get some clarity around the things that we just talked about, and then give yourself the last 2 years, the last 2 weeks of the year to relax. And allow those goals. What's going to happen is those goals are going to now begin to marinate over the holiday while we're relaxing. And here's what's going to happen. You and I are going to come into January on fire. We're going to have a fresh mind. We're going to have white space in the margins. And we are going to be ready to launch out of a cannon at full speed come the beginning of January. And here's what's going to set you apart. You'll be blasting off at the start of the year. You're blasting off from that start line like Usain Bolt, where everyone else is still in a cloudy brain from having taken off those 2 weeks at the end of the year and just now beginning to get back into stride. And if they haven't thought about what they want to accomplish in the year, it's going to be the second or third week of January before they start giving that thought, before their inbox is clear. Early bird gets the worm, guys. Let's lock in. Let's crush this new year before it even gets going. Right? So I am excited for you to, again, grab that pad and a pen and document today. Begin documenting those 1, 2, 3, the top 4 goals that you're going to accomplish for 2022. You ready? If you're ready, drop me a comment right now and tell me I'm ready. Let's go. Guys, enjoy today. God bless you. I'll see you back here on Wednesday morning. Have a great one. Cheers.